Welcome back, everyone, here to Deltarune Chapter 4. And as you can tell, this is not a normal Let's Play video. Let me explain a few things first. For those who have seen the previous videos, you can tell that there's something that's missing here on screen. My VR chat avatar over in the right-hand corner. This Let's Play I started over up on Twitch as a first ever live stream. Deltarune had just come out. I wanted to play Deltarune for the first time, so I decided why not combine a first time gameplay through of Deltarune and the first time of live streaming over on Twitch. This happened over the summer in June, started all the way 3 to 4 months back. It's been a while. And when trying to go find the recording session, the Twitch VOD for the next video here on YouTube, I couldn't find it. Meaning it either somehow got corrupted and lost, or I threw it out by accident. Either or, the recording is gone and lost. Meaning, if I want to continue the series, I would have to do it on my own time. Now, I had a few options here. I could either just call it quits, move on to the next thing that I wanted to play, and stream over on Twitch and make a Let's Play over here. I could start later in the chapter, where things are near the end, because this chapter actually goes on for a lot longer than just here. That's the only thing I would spoil. Or I can restart the entire chapter again, refight Garrison, and continue forward. I debated between both really heavily, all three options really, and I knew I didn't want to end Deltarune off. Deltarune was such a meaningful point for me in the summer, especially during the live stream, and I didn't want to just call it quits or cut near the end. Even though it's been 3 months out, and my production has been lacking due to college and other things, I still want to give it justice, especially for my first time ever doing a Let's Play on YouTube, and just making content in general. I'd be doing it a service to not only you guys who are watching, but myself as a content creator. So with that being said, we move on to keep on fighting Garrison. This is a save file that I just started up. Got all the way back here. Everything's the same. So if you haven't seen this before, you can go ahead to the previous video where we find out the old man is the secret boss. But for now, I'm just going to cut to the take where I do defeat Garrison. So thank you guys for being patient with me and this series moving forward, but let's get right back in it. Now, I know that I mentioned that I was going to cut straight to when I would defeat him, but I want to say a few things first since it's been a while. Considering now I'm fighting after I've completed all of Chapter 4, the Twitch VOD has just been deleted, I originally was skeptical about Old Man being the first boss. I was really thrown off by the pace of everything and was expecting something a lot more different considering the last few chapters. So it's easy to say, oh, it's the old man. This might not be as hard or difficult. It'll be weird. This is new. But I realized this is a lot more meaningful than it seems. The last thing I pointed out last episode was that he was talking about the prophecies of Lord of the Hammer and how it reflects to the actual chapters of Deltarune. And we are right to theorize that the Chapter 5 of Pink and Gold hints towards Asgore being centered around the next chapter. Especially along with the memes and how much the fandom has embraced Garrison Boom, and with recently as well him being seen during the Undertale's 10th anniversary, it's obvious that he's become such a more beloved character, and I've also fallen in love with him as well. He's such a great relief character. That contrast compared to the other three secret bosses or characters in Spamton Jevil, and also I guess you could say the Roaring Knight and the Shadow Mantle, or known as Eram, it's a nice refresher. But in terms of this fight, this is easily one of the hardest, and it will take me multiple attempts. And that's also what I am looking forward to, seeing how much I can actually handle this in one take. Garrison Boom, old man. There are two ways that you can beat him. You do not actually attack and damage, but this fight is to show basically Susie's arc. Gerson has been trying to muster up the strength for Susie, build up Susie's courage in healing or attack. So you can either win this by using a lot of healing or by attacking, and either one will get his mercy up and going. Root Buster is obviously a little bit more easier than OK Heal, but OK Heal also increases in HP recovered and how much less TP that you have to use. I personally like Root Buster and maybe a mix if I really need to. But obviously, as you can see, I still have some of the attack patterns down. This one, I do not, though. This one is all about angles, and for some reason, I suck at it. He's really good. Oh my god. As you can see right there, I lost about majority of my health, and I'm now down to 55. That attack sucks. Thankfully, attacking brings up a lot of TP. The hammers, the best way to do it is just pick a corner and then dodge in between hammers. The hitbox is a lot more graceful, and then the last one, you just hide in the corner. So we actually have 85. We're okay to heal here, because this will, one, increase our HP, and also get his mercy up. Another thing that's interesting as well that I wasn't able to show off just then is the fact that the more damage you take, the lower HP that you're at, the more that he does in terms of attack. The lower your HP is, the less attack that Garrison will also do as well. I'm also trying to make sure that I remember where we left off in terms of text, so I don't forget to, you know. But yeah, we'll see where this takes us. I honestly, low health, I can't remember what his next attack is, so I might just fight, raise up TP. 76? But as you can see there, some of the attacks are only doing 8 and 5 damage. So the more and less your HP is, the one less attack damage that you do. This one, he always fakes you. Ah, he just barely got me too. I was waiting for him, but he took a little bit longer than expected. So this will probably take me multiple tries. But yeah, Lord of the Hammer, this secret boss is beloved. It's really nice. The music as well is outstanding. And the fact of how long this goes on for really shows the character and how this chapter is. I'm just kind of rambling and also trying to focus on the same time as well, because who knows, I might actually have a chance here. I think if I play it well, this doesn't help. That really helps. 83. Attacking will also bring up the little stars that appear above his head, shows how much mercy, or I guess you could call it spare. Nope. Okay, heal. Ain't that something? At this late hour, with the bells ringing out their justice, you choose eternity. Wow. Taking a beating here. Missy, hold on dearly to that thought, for the tides of fate are drawing close, and soon an ocean of ink shall wash across the pages. Oh, almost had it! Well, I'll see you guys when we finish up, or if I have any more thoughts. Something that I didn't think of, and I remember one of my friends telling me, is to equip the Shadow Mantle onto Susie. So that's also a great idea, or a thing to think of as well. But there's one thing that can override the dark. A white pen, known as Hope. Miss, I believe this is what you hold. Me? Nah, Chris has the pen. My weapon's like a hairbrush or something. Is that so? Is that so? Yep. Now shut up and give me that axe. All right, I figured it out. You want to see what I got? Then take this. Ha, you missed. How's that, old man? That was the most fun I ever had. See? See how it's just used my healing now? Guess this is mine now, huh? Justice Axe was added to your weapons. And take this, too. For some reason, I found this weird piece of glass in my desk. Felt like someone really wanted me to use this thing. But it didn't interest me, so you can take it. Shadow Crystal was added to your key items. Knew it was worth having a rematch. Perseverance? Each time, you get a little better. That's all I wanted to see. You think I'm gonna be the toughest thing you'll face. But next time, you'll be ready. Don't give up, and I give 'em hell. Don't have to tell me that, old man. That was my second try? What? And here I am saying that the old man is the hardest boss fight. I may have to revisit that idea. Wow. I am complete. I don't know if I'm going to leave that in editing video-wise. I might. But, wow. So yes, for beating the old man, we can find it over here in our items. We get another shadow crystal. A sharp shadow moves like water in the hand. You have collected 4. Now, in previous past, at least in the very least chapter 3, if you looked at the shadow crystal, it would show a static TV that was damaged, signaling that Tenna was actually going to die near the end of chapter 3. I don't know what this means, though. Even though I finished the game, a sharp shadow moves like water in the hand. As well, for getting that. Nope, here it is. You get the Justice Axe. It has no special powers. However, in order to attain this item, you have become much stronger. This, I believe, is what was referenced to in the chapter 4 of the Legend of the Hammer. where the smith gives you a terrible weapon in terms of the justice axe because it has no special powers. Apparently, though, it might have some because magic has 7, and then there's something else beneath it as well. And you also get a lot more powerful. So I really thought that was going to take longer. So now we go forward. Well, I'll be seeing you around now. Yeah, I guess we will. Why do you help me so much? You didn't have to. You remind me a bit of someone I used to know. Who? Just a character from that old story. Lord of the Hammer, huh? Hell if I'm reading that. Though, wait a second. Isn't that what Dragon Blazers was based on? Yep. And so they changed parts of the story. Of course, the biggest fans got mad. But isn't it interesting? The book was already just an interpretation of something else. Stories can be retold. They can be changed. That's what I believe. Huh. The words on a wall called you a hero. Whatever you end up being, I'm sure it'll be tremendous. Anyway, which Dragon Blazers character am I? Right. You are the dragon. That's what I was hoping. Chapter 1 as well, when he talked to us during the fight, he mentioned that the heroes slayed the king and stopped the dragon. In chapter 1, we stopped Susie from hurting everyone. That crystal's got some kind of strange power. Gave me the skeevies, so I didn't use it. Pleasure seeing you, youngins here. What you need? With that, all right, we're finally almost back to the fountain. Oh, right, I didn't trigger this event. Take 2. And now we move on. The night which makes with blackened knife. The night which makes the blackened knife shall duel with heroes strife by strife. And now we return back to where we once were. But now this time, we have the climbing set. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything here. Alright, we haven't. We should be able to get to the fountain from here. All we have to do is climb up this... Huh? Hey! The knight! Damn it! You aren't stopping us this time! Susie, wait! Now we climb. The knight's positioning there with the glass and everything is really just a really nice touch. With, you know, how religious this story has gotten with the prophecy, the Deltarune, obviously the church setting. It's just such a nice touch. Along with the fact that now all the stained glass is glowing. as mentioned before in previous videos, I am a religious person. Not so much that I go to church every day, but like I know some of the stuff, and it's just such a unique like flavor to add on. In terms of the knight itself, the knight is, I love the knight's design with the swords and everything that it's been such a great character to have, because like Susie said before at the beginning of the chapter, it felt like this was just a story that couldn't affect real life, and now it easily can. Susie, don't! What? And just let this loser get away? Hey, the hell are you doing, you goddamn coward? Damn it, I let them get away. It's alright, Susie. We did our best. Yeah, but it's not good enough. Every time they're just one step ahead. If we keep letting them get away, then how are we gonna protect Toriel, Undyne, anybody? Susie, I understand how you're feeling, but we have our own advantages too. The night only seems to show its face in the dark world. If we can just seal the fountain over to the right, then it'll at least buy us a little more time until we have to face our difficulties again. Yeah, you're right. Chris, let's go. Looks like this is the fountain. Yeah, guess this is it. Phew. Chris, Susie, I suppose I'll see you in the castle town. Yeah. The Dark Fountain. Why aren't they stopping us from sealing it? Well, guess I'm not complaining. Chris, do your thing. Guess the sun went down, huh? Damn, Chris, look under the door. Weird smoke. No way. You don't think there's another dark world? Damn it. That means the night is still... It's locked. Ugh, the stupid numbers lock again. Too hard to break either. Guess we can try looking for the combination. Come on. And now we've reached the outside. So as Susie has said, there's another dark world. Originally, I thought this would be near the ending of my first playthrough. But this is only the beginning. If anything, we're almost halfway through. Hey, shouldn't the old man be around here? Gotta get him out of here. Plus, he probably knows where a code is, right? The one thing I want to mention is the music here is beautiful. This is the music score for this is 12 a.m., signifying that it is currently midnight for us. We've been in here until midnight. However, now we're stuck. We can't go outside, this door's locked, and we can only look around for a code. It's a bookshelf full of hymnals and scriptures. Huh? Inside one of the books is a letter. It was the letter A. Forgot about that. What are these candles with people's names for anyway? It is It is birthdays, right? It's for prayer. So it just kind of helps you pray for people? Hey, my name's here. I mean, someone must have... You put your hands together and said his name blankly. At least pretend to try. I realized that was the name that I did through my Let's Play as well, and you can only do this once. So if you want to see what it looks like for everyone else's name, go look them up on YouTube. I'm not going to show you. Hey, old man, you sleeping in here? Guess not. Hey, this is that priest guy's desk. The code to the door could be in here. Huh? Dude, there's a glass case in here. But it's weird. The outside is clean, but... The inside is covered in dust? Huh? Dude, it's just a dusty... Hell no, you don't mean... When monsters die, their dust is buried. Hey, Chris. Why the hell does that pastor have that in his... There's a hammer inside and... A photo of... The old man? The old man. I don't really get it, but... Somehow, the dark world hit. For a moment, it must have, like, revived him. But I think he knew. I think he knew he was... Chris, he wanted me to write a letter. A letter to Alvin. I think that's this pastor guy. Give me a sec. Alright, got it. Let's go, Chris. It's a glass container. You looked inside. It's a small metal hammer and a photo of an old man, both covered in dust. Chris, let's not look at it anymore. So the old man, unfortunately in this world of Deltarune, is gone. It's interesting that his is not covered and buried, but rather in a globe of his photo and the hammer. And if we look, we can read the letter that Susie wrote. Alvin, your old man was proud of you. The reason he didn't come to church a lot is because he wanted you to follow your dream. He's sorry he never said that right. So write your own stories. It's okay if even they're not perfect. It's okay if even if they are not perfect. Sincerely, a friend. Apologies for the ping. I should really mute that. But yeah. So this used to be the old man's place before Alvin took over, the son of the old man. Guess the lock number could be in here. It'd take forever to search through. Look somewhere else. Books, many copies of Lord of the Hammer, and some unlabeled notebooks. It'd take a while to search through all this. Juice and wafer-like crackers. It's a fire extinguisher. Guess they use that to put out the candles? It's the quiet room. We thought everyone was in here before, Toriel included, but I guess not. It's a set of bells of different sizes. Look, I know you want to mess with these, but... That ring is the same ring heard throughout the Dark World in Chapter 4. As you can tell, this is based off of the Northern Tower. That's what this whole layout of the map is. A direct copy of this world and the Dark World. So it's very interesting to see all the differences compared to the Dark World and the Light World. Especially this door. It seems to lead to a small closet. Check inside. Open. What the hell is that? Oh, I bet that's just Jack. Whoops. Maybe it's a Halloween decoration? There's other creepy stuff too. He's big. Guess we might not be able to take him back tonight. Yep, Jack is just in there. Guess we could get him tomorrow or something. Jack just hangs out in the dark closet. So that's his story. There's a wardrobe full of choir robes. There's even one in here for your size. Damn, why don't we get to wear these? What? I would have... What? I would have to sing or something? Hey, why don't they just let me play the drums? No, considering your track record, I'm not letting you play the drums. It's a keyboard. It has settings to sounds like either piano or an organ. You know, when you played piano earlier, it was... Okay, it was actually kind of cool, I meant that. I'm not saying you should join the choir or whatever, but if you're playing every week, you might actually want to go to church. Take me to church, I worship like a dog in the Saturday night. That kind of reminds me of something. So, in one of the places I used to live, there was like this plaza, and they put this public piano in it. So I started playing it, thinking, you know, it might be fun. But I guess maybe because I was so bad, or because I just looked like I shouldn't be playing, they told me I wasn't allowed to play it. So I backed off. And then they let somebody else play it. Someone better. I don't know why I expected to be able to play it. It's what I thought then. That night, when no one else was around, I came back. You know what I did? I smashed it. Yeah, I smashed the piano. I don't even really know if I broke it, but I hit it as hard as I could, hard enough to do some damage. And I ran. A week ago, if I knew you did piano, probably would have just hated that about you. But now, I kinda just want to hear you play. Damn, I got weird there for a second. Probably made you want to stop playing even more, huh? I'm not going to select it, but if you select I'll never play again, Chris will audibly bite their hand, stopping us from speaking, causing a lot of confusion and drift between Susie and Chris. That is, however, if you are doing the weird route. The weird route is something that I probably won't be doing, nor will I be showing on this channel, because while yes, it's a difference, it's oddly something I'm not comfortable with. I'll still watch it in other people's Let's Plays, and I'll implore you guys to as well. And as much as I am a completionist, it's just not something I would personally want to do. Kind of similar to the genocide of Undertale. Huh? Yeah, sure. If you teach me or something, let's do it someday. What's really interesting this chapter is Susie's arc. Susie came with us in chapter 1, bullying and fighting a lot of people, to then slowly coming around, wanting to go back in chapter 2, realizing the situation of it in chapter 3, and now growing in chapter 4. I personally believe that is what's going to be the key difference moving between the weird route and the normalized or good route. It's unclear if there is going to be one true canon route, or there's going to be differences, as Toby himself has stated that there is only one true ending. But obviously, there are differences that you can do, other secrets that you can go off and explore. But with that being said, I'd like Susie on my side. And I just like Susie in general. As you can see now, we've explored everything, and there's a little star over here on the door. Susie looks like she has an idea. Listen to it. Chris, we haven't gotten any closer to opening this door. But I have an idea. I think he might know. The old man, he couldn't know how to open it. Chris, you're thinking what I'm thinking, right? Let's make a dark world. So, how the hell did you do that again? Queen said, concentrate and stab into the earth. Got anything sharp? Hey, Chris, you normally carry this around? Alright, well, let's give it a try. Concentrate on what I want, and... I actually did it. Hey, Chris, I made a dark fountain. Pretty cool, right? Maybe I'll let you do it next time. Let's go. Pretty sick, right? You should try making one sometime. It's cool. Hey, is it me or does something seem off? I guess it's like Rouse said. Every dark world is different. Let's go. Next time on Deltarune. Seems a little weird here. Colors are a bit different. And this door is also upside down, don't you think? We continue exploring next time.